My name is Rajiv Agarwal, and I am Indian Revenue Service Officer on deputation to GSTN. I want to begin this presentation with thanks to my team, Rekha Tatawat, Sateshwaran, Pankaj Arora, and Veer Singh. I also want to thank GSTN Services team for all their support and Mr. Rajiv and Munish for their technical support. I want to thank Shilau Rao and Durabjeet for giving us the platform for conducting this webinar. So this is the agenda for us. So we are going to see what is GSTR 8 offline utility, how to download the utility and use it by filling in the data of suppliers and filling in data in table 3 and table 4. Then how one can create and upload JSON file. Then how can one download uploaded file for review or for correction, and how to preview before filing. So this is agenda for today, and we will go through each of the topics one by one. So GSTR 8 offline utility, if you want to file form GSTR 8, then you have to log into the GST portal, select the financial year and period, and then click prepare online. Then you fill in details in table 3 and table 4 and use preview and filing thereafter, and making payment and creating challan, and then file it with EVC or DSC. GSTR 8 offline utility is for what is shown in dark over here. That is to fill in details of table 3 and amend details in table 4. GSTR offline utility 8 offline utility can be used for doing this. So rest of the action which is not in dark is to be done in the, not in bold, is to be done on the portal. So these two actions will be done on the GST portal, and we will see how it is to be done. So as you can see, GSTR 8 offline utility is for filling and uploading data in table 3 and table 4. So it's an Excel-based tool to facilitate return creation in offline mode. Then you can fill in detail in table 3 and table 4. And after that, you can upload it on the GST portal for payment of liabilities and signing by EVC or DSC, and then file it. Let us first see how to download GSTR 8 offline utility. So you can do it without logging in into the GST portal. As you type www.gst.gov.in, there is a download section. As you click on download section, offline tools will open up. And below offline tools, you can see there is a GSTR 8 offline tool. You have to click on this. As soon as you click on this particular page opens up, and there is a download link over here. You can go through the system requirements which is mentioned over here. That is Windows 7 or above should be the operating system, and Microsoft Excel 2007 and above should be in your computers. So you can click on download, and it will ask you whether you want to download or not. You can click on proceed, and then utility will be downloaded. You can double click on the utility, and you can go where the utility is. Currently it is in the download section, and then you can double click on it to open the Excel utility. So if you see, the Excel utility opens it like this. Right at the top it gives GSTR 8 offline tool. Here you will have to enter your GSTIN and your financial year and the tax period for which you are filing. So currently you will be using 2018-19, and the tax period for which you will file will be October. Then there are few buttons which is given over here, that is open downloaded GSTR 8 JSON file. This button is used to open all the data which we have successfully uploaded on the GST portal, and we just want to download it and view it. Then this is generate JSON file to upload. That is when we have filled in data on this tool, then you can use this file to generate JSON file to upload on the GST portal. Then this button is used to open download error file. Supposing we have created a JSON file over here and we have uploaded the data and there is some problem, then you can use this open downloaded error JSON file to view those data and correct it. Now, if you see, there are certain sheets over here. First sheet is README. So you can go through the instruction which is mentioned in the README section. This is the home section where we are currently right now. 3 TCS gives the detail of where you have to enter the details of the supplies made during that particular month from your portal. In 4 amend, this 4 amend, you will have to give details of the rejection if many made by the supplier, or you want to make any amendment. And in the 5 is the supplier's master data that we will see first. So what you have to do is that there is enable content. You have to click on enable editing first, and then it will ask you to enable content. You click on that, and then it will take you to the readme section. You go through the readme section, what are the instructions and how to use the offline tool. After you have done, you uh, come to this particular sheet home and enter your GSTN as discussed, and the financial year and the tax period. And then we will see how to enter the master data in the last tab, that is supplier master. The purpose of the supplier master is that you can enter the details of the GSTN of the supplier, his legal name, his trade name, and see whether any action you want to take or not. Like I can add that name or I can delete that name over here. Further, if when I will validate this sheet, all the validation error will be shown over here in the red. So what we have to do is that enter the GSTN as supplier, its legal name and trade name. This will help us in filling up the details in 3 TCS and 4 amend later on. So this is useful so that you need not fill in the GSTN of the supplier again. So I fill in the GSTN of the supplier, and then I will click on validate sheet button. Sheet is validated successfully. This thing will be shown to us. I have to click OK. And after that, I can go on to fill details in table 3 and table 4. So when I go to table 3, this kind of table opens up. Here, first thing which is shown is enable suppliers master dropdown. So what this does is that when enable is there, then what you can do is that a drop down will come. So whatever data we have filled in supplier master will come over here to fill in. So I can fill in those details over here. I can simply choose and that details will come in. So what I have to enter is what is the form GSTR 8, whatever is given in form GSTR 8, that is what I have to fill in. So I have to give the gross value of supplies made to registered person, then value of supplies returned by registered person. Similarly, we have to fill in for the unregistered person. And what is the net amount liable for TCS. Further, the integrated tax and central tax and state tax has to be filled in. We have to be careful that the total tax amount which we have filled in will be 1% of the total net amount which is over here. We have to be careful that we should not leave any row blank. If we do that, then this tool will not consider those data which is filled in after the blank row. Please fill in from row 6, so that if you leave the row 6 blank in 3 TCS sheet, then no data will be uploaded, no data will be created. So since I want to use the enable suppliers master dropdown, I will click on it. Otherwise, what I will do is that I will click on it and it will disable. After it is disabled, what I will do is that I can simply type the GSTN of the supplier over here, or I can copy and paste it from any other Excel sheet or place. So after I have filled in all data, what I have to do is that I will have to validate sheet, which will come over here, that we will see later. Further, we have to be careful that we will not fill in 2 rows for single GSTN. So all the data for a particular GSTN has to be filled in single row, whatever data over here is. And if there is any negative values, then we have to just leave it. You cannot enter that, but if there is any negative values, what will happen is that when we'll do validate sheet button, that will be reduced to 0. Further, there is an action column, add and delete. If you select add, then the data which is being given here will go and add on the GST portal. But if for this particular GSTN, the data is already available, then that data will be replaced. But supposing there is some data which is already on the GST portal, I want to delete it. What I will do is that from the action column, I will select the delete button. So we have to be careful about this. After I have filled in my data, so here we can see that whatever we have discussed so far, for each row, you can either select the GSTN for this list, or you can enter it manually. You can select it from the list if enable supply and master drop down it is enabled, or you can enter it manually if it is disabled. Further, make sure that you don't enter any negative amount, in column C, D, E, and F. Further, you can enter decimal values. It will be rounded off later on. Then after that, net amount liable for TCS will contain auto calculated values. Whatever you have filled in column C, D, E, and F, that will be auto calculated over here. Further, the taxes in column H, I, J, total of these should be 1% of whatever you have filled, whatever is auto calculated in column G. And as we have seen, you can select add or delete in column K, and we have already seen what will happen when we select add or we select delete. After that, you have to click on validate sheet button. If there is any error, it will be shown in this row, sheet validation error. You have to click on OK. You can see that the error is shown on the red mark also. So you can see what the error is and you can correct the error. And you can see error in the whole file by clicking on review and show all comments. So you can see whatever errors are there, and then you can click on validate sheet button. After that, sheet is successfully validated. You can click on OK. And then you can come to for amendment sheet. So whatever data you want to amend, which you have filed in previous tax period. So whatever data you have filled in previous tax period and you have already filed, you can correct it using for amend sheet. And if there is any data which has been rejected by the supplier, you can use this sheet for amending those details. But the rest of the details which you are filing for the current month has to be corrected or deleted or added in 3 TCS. For amend sheet is for those data which you have already uploaded on the GST portal in the previous month or anything which has been rejected by the tax by the supplier. It has to be filled in the similar manner. After that, you have to click on validate sheet button, and since no error is found, what we will go do is that we will go to the home button. In the home button, as you scroll down, there will be a get summary button. You have to click on that. As soon as you can click on get summary button, whatever details were filled in table 3, that summary will be auto populated over here. And similarly, summary of table 4 is auto populated here. You can view them and see that they are correct before creating JSON file for upload. Now we will see that how to create JSON file for upload. As we have seen, there are 3 buttons over here. Since we have filled in data in table 3 and table 4, I will click on generate JSON file to upload. Then JSON file will be created. I will choose a place where I will save that particular file. We have to be very careful where we have saved that file so that we can trace it later on. And then it will ask for OK. You can click on OK, and that's how your file will be created and it will be saved there. After creating a JSON file, now we will see the process of uploading the JSON file on the GST portal. So you have to log in into www.gst.gov.in. After you log in, you can choose services and returns, and you can choose return dashboard. Or you can go to return dashboard from here. You can click on this icon and then you can go there. And you can select the financial year and the return filing period and click on search. After that, whatever returns you are supposed to file will open up over here. Since we are filing tax collected at source return, so GSTR 8 tile will open up. You can go through to the important message which is shown over here and click on prepare offline. Please remember, you don't have to click prepare online. You have to click prepare offline because you want to upload the JSON file. After clicking prepare offline, there will be 2 tabs which will be shown. One is upload tab and download tab. We will see the download tab later on. So, but since I have to upload the JSON file which I have just created, so I will click on choose file button. It will ask me from where you want the file. I will go where I have saved it, click on that file, and then click on that file and click open. After that, it will click. Then if you see the status is shown in progress, so data will be uploaded on the GST portal. And if there is any error, it will be shown over here and a message will come that it will take 15 minutes. So you have to wait for 15 minutes. So if it is processed without error, then it will show status as processed. If you see the previous screen, it is showing in progress and with no error report. Here it is showing that it is processed and there is no error. In case of error, as we have seen, error report will come over here. It will come in a blue icon, which we'll see shortly. So after we have uploaded the details or we have filled in some details, then we can download those details and see that details in the offline utility. So what we will do is that we will click on download and click on generate JSON file. So this will create the data which we have already uploaded. We have seen upload previously where we have uploaded the created JSON file. Here we are downloading the data which we have already filled in to view in our offline tool. So it will give me a message to wait for 20 minutes. And after the file is created, a link will come over here. I can click on this link and the file will be downloaded on my desktop, on my computer. So I can save the file at one particular section and this file will be there. And then what we will do is that I will open my offline tool and click open downloaded GSTR8 JSON file button. And then it will ask me to open the file. I will go to the place where I have saved that file and click on open, and that data, see, I am choosing that file and that data will be successfully imported into my offline tool. I can view it and see what details I have uploaded already. Now, supposing there is some error file, then what the status will be shown will be processed with error. And error report will be shown that there is some error has been done. So if they have uploaded some invoices and there is error in 2 or 3 invoices or 10 invoices, then only the error invoices will be, details will be coming over here. So regarding those GSTN in which there is some error will be shown here. So I will click on generate error report, and it will show me a message that it is being created. And after some time, download error report will come. I will click on download error report, and then it will be, I can save it in a particular location of my computer. After that, I will open my offline tool and click on open downloaded error file. Here, what I will do is that I will select the file which I have downloaded and then click on open. So this error file will be successfully imported into my GST on my offline tool. After that, I can view the error. If you see what error is there, it will be shown. I can correct those errors and then create JSON file and upload it again. That process we have already seen. So this is the how we can upload the details and download the error file or download the details. And now let us see how to file the return. For this, we have already done another webinar which is available on our www.gst YouTube channel. You can view filing over there. Here we will just see the preview. So you can click on services after login. You can click on services as we have seen earlier, or you can click directly on return dashboard. You can select the financial year in the return period and click search and click prepare online. So now since we are previewing it, we'll click on prepare online. So details, whatever we have filled in is appearing over here, and we can click on preview draft GSTR3B to view the details. So it will come in this format. I can view this, download it and save it. Let us go through certain frequently asked questions on GSTR8 offline utility. That we must remember that filing will take place only online. Only details of table 3 and table 4 can be uploaded using offline mode. Remaining activities like payment, etc. is to be done on the GST portal. Most of the data entry and business validations are built in the offline utility so that there is less error. You can enter a maximum up to 15,000 rows of TDS details. So if you have 20,000 suppliers, then you have to enter 20,000 rows, and you can do it by using multiple uploads. One cannot enter any negative values in the utility, that we have already seen. One can enter decimal values. Further, duplicate GSTN is not to be entered. For one particular GSTN, one single row entry has to be made. Then if you want to delete the incorrect data, then you have to select the delete option. So this will delete the data which is already uploaded. Then add and delete option we have already seen. Add is to add the upload the data on the portal, and delete is to delete the data already uploaded on the portal. Then it cannot be used on mobile GSTR8 offline utility. It can be used only on the laptops. Further, certain validation takes place, like we have seen some error when we validate particular sheet, then some error comes. So it does certain validation like GSTN structure format, computation of tax amount, and duplicate entries if any. So we have to be very careful. It stops us from making wrong entries and uploading, and later on some problems, that is stopped. Further, we have seen that we can click on review, show all comment to see all the errors which is there. All the error will come in red highlighted cells that we can be viewed. Let us see certain do's. Enter a valid GSTN only. You can go to homes and then search taxpayer on www.gst.gov.in to see whether the GSTN is valid or not. In 3 TCS sheet, start filling data from row 6, and 4 amend sheet, start filling data from row 7. And tax amount should be 1% of the net amount liable for TCS. You can use copy paste functions, and you may change the file number and location of the file, but you should not change the extension file name. Further, don't leave any rows blank, otherwise utility will not consider those rows. Then don't type alphabet 0 in place of O in place of number 0. We have to be careful about that. We should not enter duplicate GSTIN. Then we should not forget to click validate sheet button. We should not change the extension file name of the generated JSON file. You have to be careful about that. Further, you can go to www.gst.gov.in. In the help section, there manuals and videos are shown, and on that there is a preparing GSTR8 offline utility. You can click on that, then user manual and FAQ comes up. Frequently asked questions give you the answers to the frequently asked questions, and user manual gives the step-by-step guide for filing GSTR8 using offline utility. Further, if you want to see any videos related to that, then you can go to preparing GSTR7 offline utility. This video is a 4 minutes video, and this gives you a simple overview of how to file GSTR7 using offline utility. But it is very much similar to what is how the filing of GSTR8 is. So you can just view this video. Then we have a Facebook channel and a Twitter channel, Twitter account and a YouTube channel where all our webinars are posted. You can come and see all these webinars over here. And in the end, I want to thank Mr. V Singh, who has been answering your questions, whatever questions you were asking. Further, I also want to apologize for some delay in starting of this program, 6 minutes delay. Thank you very much for being here. And you can look into our website for any more webinars which are coming. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.